All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about a skill that is going to save you so much time, stress, and yeah, maybe even your grades: file management. Look, this isn't just about being tidy, it's about taking full control of your digital world. And today, we're going to turn that digital mess into a masterpiece.
Ah, you know that feeling, right? That heart in your stomach moment when the screen just freezes or the power goes out? You've been working for hours, you were in the zone, and then poof, it's all gone. Seriously, we've all been there. But after this, that feeling is going to be a thing of the past. Okay, be honest. Does this slide give you a little anxiety? Does it look a little too familiar? This right here is digital chaos. It makes finding that one important file feel totally impossible. But what if I told you there's a super simple system, kind of like a secret code, that can fix all of this? Well, that's exactly what file management is all about. Okay, first things first. Before we can even think about organizing anything, we have to make sure your hard work doesn't just disappear into thin air. Think of this as your digital armor, your first and most important line of defense against total disaster. So here's the deal. While you're typing away, all that genius stuff you're creating is just living in your computer's temporary memory, or RAM. The thing about RAM is it's volatile, which is just a fancy way of saying if the power cuts out, poof, so does all your work. Hitting save moves it to the hard drive. It's permanent, safe home. You need to make this a reflex. Burn it into your brain. Control plus S on a PC, Command plus S on a Mac. Do it. Trust me, it'll save you one day. Okay, so your work is saved. Awesome. But what about keeping it, yours? The next step is making sure only the right people can see it, and maybe more importantly, making sure nobody can change it. And this isn't just for top secret government files. It's a really smart move for your schoolwork too. You might think this is some complicated hacker level stuff, but it's not. Security is way simpler than you'd imagine. Most programs you use have password protection built right in. And you usually get two options. You can set one password just to open and look at the file, and a different one to actually allow someone to edit it. It's a super easy way to stop your siblings from messing with your projects.
All right, you're saving, you're securing. Now for the part that's actually kind of fun: naming your files. I want you to stop thinking of this as a chore and start thinking of it as creating your own secret code. A system so good you'll be able to find any file you've ever made in just a few seconds.
So here it is, your formula for the perfect file name. It's so simple. First, describe what it is. Obvious, right? Second, add a date, but do it backwards. So year, then month, then day. This is a genius move because it makes your computer automatically sort everything in perfect chronological order. Third, connect words with underscores instead of spaces. And last, add a version number, like V1 or V2. This isn't just tidy, it makes your files instantly findable. It's a total game changer. And that thing with the underscores, it actually has a name. It's called snake underscore case. The reason we do this is that sometimes spaces in file names can really confuse certain programs or websites. Using underscores just avoids all that drama. Plus, let's be honest, it just looks way cleaner and more professional. I mean, just look at this. The difference is night and day, right? On the left, poster.doc. What does that even mean? But on the right, CSC underscore summer underscore 18 underscore act week underscore V1. You know instantly it's for the City Sports Club for the summer 2018 activity week, and it's the first version. It's perfect. That's the power of the system. So your individual files are looking amazing now. But where are you going to put them? And please don't say your desktop. It's time to build a proper digital headquarters for all your projects. This old saying is basically the golden rule for folders. Just think of your computer as a giant filing cabinet. You wouldn't just throw every single piece of paper into one big drawer, would you? Of course not. Your folders are the drawers and the dividers that create a clear, logical structure where everything has its own home. Now, the real magic is nesting your folders. It's just a fancy word for putting folders inside other folders. Check out this example. You start broad with a main subject, like ICT underscore coursework. Inside that, you get more specific, like Word underscore documents. Inside that, even more specific, posters. You keep drilling down until you have a perfect spot for your files. With a structure like this, you'll never have to hunt for a file ever again. You'll just know where it is. We are almost there, I promise. This is the final, crucial piece of the file management puzzle. You have to understand that not all file types are the same.
I like to think of it as the difference between your workshop and your art gallery.
So to get this, you need to know what a file extension is. It's just that little bit at the end of a file name, like .pdf or .docx. It's like a tiny instruction manual for your computer. It tells it what kind of file it is and what program it should use to open it.
And this right here is the whole workshop versus gallery idea. Application formats, like a .docs file, are your workshop. They're for editing, for making a mess, for working on stuff. But published formats, like a .pdf, are your gallery pieces. They're the final, polished versions you share with the world. They lock everything in place, and pretty much anyone can open them. So remember the rule. Work in the workshop, share from the gallery.
And speaking of formats, here's a pro tip that's going to save you so much frustration. You ever make a cool image with a clear background, but when you use it, it has this ugly white box around it? Yeah, that's probably because you saved it as a JPEG. For that see-through effect, you have to export your image as a PNG file. It's the only one that properly saves transparency.
And that's it. You see? Saving, securing, naming, organizing, formatting, these aren't just boring little tasks. When you put them all together, they become your digital superpower. It gives you control, it gives you clarity, and honestly, it gives you a huge advantage.
So if you forget everything else, just remember these 3 golden rules. Number 1, save constantly. Make that keyboard shortcut your best friend. Number 2, name your files like a pro using that simple formula. And number 3, folder up. Give every single project a logical home. If you can master these 3 things, you've pretty much mastered your digital life.
So that digital chaos on your desktop, it doesn't stand a chance now. I'll leave you with this one question. Go on, look at your computer right now. Find that file called essay_final_for_real_this time.docx. What's the very first file you're going to rename with your new superpower?